conversation?
That it's coming first and foremost. I think agentic commerce also, even by itself, is a broad conversation.
Like, are you talking agent to agents?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So most of what I deal with on a day-to-day basis when I think agentic commerce, it is how is e-commerce going to be integrated into large language models, like, which is, I think, only a sliver of the discussion, because the way in which agents are going to work on behalf of shoppers is much more plentiful than that.
Okay, so for a while, anybody that listens to me, I kind of went down this cryptocurrency path, and we have some big clients in the space that we're doing GEO work for and all that. But I really see. So there was a protocol back in like 91, 92 that the internet. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like so basically there was a protocol on the internet where you could transfer money online, but it was never used. I think this year they just turned it on. And they're getting ready to move to digital currency in the banks. And there's some laws being passed and everything like that, because, well, I think that the agents are going to want to use like a Solana or like something fast to be able to transact and fractionally buy. And you're seeing it with API token usage as well. But I think it's even broader, right? Like agent to agent commerce, which what I've read, it's going to be like 75%, like eclipsing the current e-commerce market.
The TAM projections are astronomical. Yeah.
Right. And so like, it's not even, it's like the agentic e-commerce. Okay. That's like, I guess a good framework for it. I would just say the agent economy, like agents to agents talking on your behalf based on like what you've done. And I was doing a little bit of stuff on eBay where I was like trying to get it to bid on stuff. And then I didn't put in some guardrails and I bought a bunch of comic books. Essentially, my wife was like, oh my gosh. But I mean, I wanted to test it out, right? Of like what's happening. And it was a really good experience to know what's possible and like kind of where things are going. And I think there's a lot of catch up, but yeah, I mean, you're plugging in every API and MPC to these things. Like they're going to be connected in, like they're going to know, like, okay, you put like, I spoke at a conference and it was like cameras, sensors, LLM models are on all this stuff. So, okay, we're talking direct to consumer. Your refrigerator, the Internet of Things, knows like where your milk's at and then knows what you buy. And then it sends you an alert. Hey, would you like me to order this milk? It orders it and then people deliver it to your house, right? Like that is going to be happening very soon. And so I have been looking at like, okay, where are we going as an agency? And I bought another kind of governance AI. It's called Modal Point. Haven't been talking about it a lot, but it's really like about data hygiene and like, what is your data doing and where is it going and like what's happening? And the other piece that I'm kind of like looking at is going, how are people going to sell to these agents? How are they going to integrate their business and services? And I even interviewed a guy from Google right before COVID, which was weird that it was right before COVID. But what he told me is he said, every business, and he's talking to like, I was talking B2B. He said, every business should have a shopping cart on their website and be able to do commerce through their website as much as possible, because he said everything's going that way. And if you just think about how it's all going to be interconnected, it is
100%. And so I try and simplify this at least. So I have like language that I understand in, as a career, as a marketer. And so like, I just think of them as use cases and channels still. It's so easy to get like mired down in the language and the technology of AI that like you get lost. So to your point, like there will be a bunch of use cases of agentic commerce. There will be like, is this agent to agent? Is this as simple as how do we make e-commerce storefronts and transactions work in a large experience within a large language model? Is this you're a human's own agent working and you're still buying directly on e-commerce sites? Like, I think we'll see all versions and permutations of, but
agree.
The nice thing is, at least as this matures, especially at least from the large labs and the LLMs that have, the majority of usage, protocols are starting to be released. Like Stripe has done their integration with ChatGPT. You're starting to
Right.
get the foundations and be able to see at least a little bit into the future. And it allows you to start building tools and strategies and figure out what to do.
Well, I want to buy into Stripe, and it's like privately held, right? Like Stripe's in the middle of all of it, right? And I even think what's his name started Square. What is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dorsey is. I'm telling you, like they're right in the middle of and I think Elon Musk knows what's going on too. All the PayPal guys, right? All the PayPal guys were trying to do this, right? They were trying to do this, and the technology just wasn't caught up yet. And to your point, the fragmented like growth is going to happen. Like certain businesses and people are going to get it, and there's going to be a huge tail on this thing. But I mean, it's all eventually going to end up there. And to your point, like I just think that knowing that the I mean, do you remember when QR codes came out? Like no one was using QR codes. It
They,
was just
they were much more popular in Asia, but the North American market, for some reason, QR codes didn't work in marketing.
Yeah, it didn't work. And then COVID happened and that use case came and you're like, you can't touch anything. And now everybody's got a QR code. Everybody knows how to use it.
Every
and
menu,
now,
yes.
Yeah, everything, right? And so, maybe there's going to be some kind of catalyst like that, but I see agentic, whatever, people have different names too, right? Like autonomous and like everybody's using their own branded, like connected, whatever, connected worker, like, and so, but I see cryptocurrency as kind of this like frontier technology and payments. Let's just call it payments. Really, is what I think it is more than anything else. Like there's a couple cool things, but different use cases. But I think payments is the big thing, and then you got agentic, and then you got like decision infrastructure essentially. Like how do
which is data, right?
Yeah, which is data, but big data lakes. Like how do you hook it all together? And all these things are just coming together. And I feel like there's just so much in that space in any direction. It just is going in all these different directions and it could turn into all these different use cases. And I think that where those points meet is where everything's going eventually. And as those things kind of collide into each other and people develop new things, like here's the coolest thing for anybody that hasn't done any programming. You don't need to know how to program. You just need to know how to know what you built and kind of understand like maybe the blueprint piece of it. But like I got a 3D printer right here. I mean, I can create whatever in my head and then it can make it. Like the possibilities of where things are going. And then like, I mean, there's technology that I could just drop ship that to somebody super easy, or you could probably have 3D printers that would make stuff and then someone has a bunch of them working and they drop ship them for you. Like, I mean, and then you talk about organs, they're doing it with organs, like where everything's going is just mind blowing, and marketing is right in the middle of it. And marketers, I went to this conference, Andrew, that is all agencies owners. And what they were telling everybody is you need to learn to be the AI expert, and clients are going to outsource that to you. And that's what the data is showing. And everybody was like, I did not go to college for this.
I think it was true. I think it was Mark Cuban the other day on TBPN, but like, this is the new category, right? Is AI integration. We had digital transformation. We had to move into the cloud at one point, but like, how do you build new digitally native businesses, and those businesses that are not digitally native, how do you make that integration seamless? Like that is a massive category. And I think that brands and businesses don't have enough internal expertise yet. Like that will change over time. And then but right now there's a big chasm. And at least for marketers specifically, I think there's one luxury is you don't need to be all the way at the bleeding edge, because the marketing doesn't become relevant until the consumer behavior like substantiates it. So we actually don't need we should understand the systems and talk about it because it's important, but like we sort of get the fast follow because we don't need to beat our customers to a channel or to a use case. We just have to be incredibly responsive and nimble.
And the clients have a lot of regulation and
Yeah.
internal stuff that they have to deal with. So they want to push it to us right now because they can't do it yet, right?